Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Life Zero, issue number 4 by Ablaze Comics by Stefano Vietti and Marco Cecchetto, if I'm saying that correctly. Oh boy. I really start disliking this book. And this is a perfect example why I'm disliking this book. Let's dive in. So we begin with Photoshop City and a couple of sentences here. Don't mind that. I mean, it's building up tension. It's cool. So we get rid of Helena and Zach. Zach has been infected I believe, issue 2. And Shako, who is still not named Shako, but Captain, shot him. Roni was the friend of Zach. The captain's daughter was been infected. Roni shot her, and we lost Helena because this guy was a coward and just left her alone to die because the zombies are eating her face off. Something like that. Watch my other review. So there's not much left with the team is now being in shambles, and they are in the car and they are going. We see some kind of a moment here because I believe this was the workers' apartment where her dead daughter is now lying there, and they are blowing up the apartment for, I don't know, symbolic reasons, probably. Not sure. Anyway, so they are taking this car, and I'm sorry, all these names. Roni says, "Take the next right, and we keep going. We want to leave from the north." And this guy says, "Yeah, but why the north?" So it starts right away that I just laughed. So he says, "To reach the army base, where we can try to talk to some big shot, convince them that we are not infected. So they leave us pass. A private would never have taken the heat." He says, "What do you think, Captain? Is Roni right?" Okay. Okay, I'm going to answer that question. So it seems that his wife is totally upset about the death of his daughter. And he says, "Colonel Drennan." And he says, yeah, go straight to the army base. I know who's in charge. We might make it. Yeah, okay, so they are going there. Okay, first of all, I'm going back because there is almost no redeeming qualities except for the art in this comic. So this guy has the brilliant idea to go to an army base to convince people that are guarding the borders not to shoot them. I mean, it could work. I mean, why would you do that? But, if there is a zombie town full of zombies infected and there is people around that perimeter on the borders, they have to shoot, I believe, everything that moves. I mean, it happens in almost every TV series and movie, except for a couple of few. So, okay, so they are going blind in and think, hey, we are not getting shot. Okay, but before they can do that, a thingamajig happens because they need to clear a road, and there are zombies walking to the same destination that they are driving. Why? I don't know, because they say there's so many of them, all heading in our direction, running from their own hell. Why are the zombies going in the same direction? I don't know. There's no explanation. And then this happens because there is some kind of, I don't know, fire here, and they say, "Oh no, there's a bus blocking the way. What the fuck are we going to do now?" So we're not going to go back. We got to move that bus with all the zombies around them. Okay, so what they're going to do? They park the fucking car in the middle of the road with all the zombies around them. They going out of the van. I mean, 2 of them, Roni and the captain. And they try to sneak towards the bus. And Roni says, "Captain, I cover you from here." "Okay, give me a minute," he says. And then they look very awkward towards each other, and the facial expressions are zero, like life zero, or like say none. And then the driver here, let me know what's his name, Mitchell, is suddenly surprised that, so they start the bus, that the noise are drawing the zombies towards the car. Okay. I have to. So you're saying towards me that you drove the car, the car is on, you drove the car in the middle of the street, you're making noise because the car is running, and now you are suddenly surprised that the bus, who is now started, and now our zombies are shambling towards the noise, but also to where you are, and then 2 seconds later they are on your car, while you have the ability to drive, I don't know, backwards. You just go to the other direction where you just came from, and do something different. But no, they just stand there, and the zombies are surrounding the car. And then Derek comes back, and Mitchell says, "Captain, where's Ronnie?" It says, "Go, Mitchell, go." And he says, "Ronnie didn't make it. I'm fine. I'm telling you to move. The road is clear." Wait a minute. So this is just one page. There's nothing in between. So Ronnie is gone. So probably he did something. I mean, it must be a revenge thing. I told you in the last issue that's probably gonna happen, but we don't actually see it. Now, I really don't mind it normally, because I think he's still alive, and then he comes back in maybe the next issue or the issue after that. But there is no indication at all. Maybe the writer says, "Yeah, fuck it, Ronnie's dead." Could be, I don't know. But since we don't see it, I assume there was a struggle, and he left Ronnie to die. That's my assumption. I mean, it's too obvious, but we don't see any of that. Okay, I'll let that slide. Could be a cool plot, right? So what's going to happen? Moving on. So they drive towards the military outpost, and they are saying, these militaries, "Car incoming." And the captain says, "They're not shooting." "No, but why not?" He says, "Brake, damn it, brake." And then they brake the car. Not sure why they have to brake so suddenly. And then they are going out of the car, and they say, "Hey guys, we are not infected. We have a woman here, we just the three of us. Can we go into your camp?" Something like that. And they said, "And we are not infected too." Okay. And then they say, "Yeah, sure, come in." Because one of them, we see some shadow figures here, says, "Hey, Colonel Drennan, is this the team you are waiting for?" "Yeah, what's left of it." So they are going into the military camp, but there's no explanation why they didn't shoot. There's no explanation why he just shouts, "Suddenly you have to brake," and then he actually breaks that, because normally something's going to happen, right? Because he says, "You need to stop right now." And then there's nothing happening. And they are going into the camp. And they are not, I repeat, they are not being examined for zombie bites or scratches or whatever. No, they are just here and says, "Okay, we got a depressive lady here. We have to lay her on the side, and we're going to examine her." And then Derek comes to Mitchell, and they this person here says, "Hey, you have a warm tea. Just better lie down." And Mitchell says, "No, I'm fine, but I'm hungry. Can I eat something?" And Mitchell says to him, "You're hungry?" And Mitchell says, "Yeah, of course. What's wrong with that? I haven't eaten since yesterday." Why would you ask such a question? If somebody's hungry, I'm not going to that person and say, "Hey, dude, are you hungry? Why?" That's the stupidest question I have ever heard. I mean, nobody says that. Nobody asks that question, ever. Okay, then I'm going to show you everything, because I really, really don't care. Normally, I try to skip a few pages because I think that's important, that not to show everything, although I do it mostly lately, but I'm sorry for that. But when it comes to bad comics, I really don't give a fuck because I have to show you everything what's wrong with this book. So we see a flashback that's not really important. And then his wife she said, don't touch me. And he's saying to the nurse, just leave her alone. I take care of it. And she says, I'm tired, but soon I'll be with our daughter. Okay, so something's going to happen, right? So maybe she's depressed and wants to kill herself and doing something stupid. But no, not only that, and Derek says, what are you talking about? She says, my neck, Derek, the social worker. I wasn't so good at keeping her away. And he says, here, take it. I'll be with Anna. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, she's being bitten, just like Zach. And these people are not saying shit at all. So this is the second person in this professional military team that doesn't say anything about being bitten. And they are being led into this military camp here without any medical examination. They just let her pass. And if she hasn't said anything and she starts to change and she's now behind the infected zone, she could have, infected the whole fucking land because she's turning into a zombie and biting everyone. What the freaking hell is going on in this fucking comic? I mean, I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned that this writer thinks, hey, Stefano Fietti thinks, hey, yeah, let's do this part that she is going into the military camp, and yeah, let's just tell her that she's infected, but she doesn't get an examination. I mean, that's how standard procedure works, right? I mean, I'm not an expert in military, although I've been in military before. When I was younger, I served. But this is not actually what's going to happen, especially not with a zombie outbreak. So she says, boo-hoo-hoo, I want to die, just pull the trigger, and then took off a couple of the same shots, and he shoots her, and the very last page is a lazy shot of this to make for the dramatic effect. That's it. That's the comic. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, that's pretty short. So I counted these pages. So I thought, okay, there's probably 20 pages or something because that's the normal right now. No. This is 18 pages for $4. $4. And okay, but I got a lot of content here. So what is this? We got I kid you not, a 12 page review of a fucking comic that is coming out, which I really don't care about. It doesn't look interesting, but I could be wrong. But I'm too bored and too lazy to read it because I was angry. I'm still angry. And probably this book will be also 18 or 20 pages. So you're giving more of half of the book away of a book that's coming out in I don't know when. And I get only 18 pages of utterly atrocious writing. I cannot believe what's happening here. I ordered issue 5 because I just ordered all these comics in one go because I thought it was cool. Because I like the first issue very much, because of the premise, and then it goes all down here from here. I know there's also issue 6 coming out. I'm not gonna buy that. Fuck it. I'm stopping after issue 5. This is atrocious writing, and you know what's the worst of it? You know what's the very worst of it? There are websites that I'm looking right now, like Comic Book Roundup, and certain YouTubers that praises this particular issue. They say, oh, it's so good. And they say, yeah, there's a little bit light on content, but it's very good and you have to check it out in 3 minutes. Those, I mean, okay, now I'm going to rant now, so stick with me. Or not, it's up to you. But I respect everybody's opinion to a certain point. Reviews are opinions. My review here of this book is not set in stone. Yeah, my review is not the begin all end all. I'm just giving my opinion about what I see. But then there is reviewers that talk only about how good it is and that the premise is good and then it's so exciting. And they don't show you anything of the bad writing. They don't show you anything of the bad decisions that I'm doing to you now. I actually showed you what's happened in this book. I showed you there's 80 pages. I showed you the terrible decisions and the terrible dialogue that these characters have with each other. Those people do not talk about that. And I'm going to say something now controversial or maybe something unpopular, but I cannot respect reviewers that talk 3 minutes about a book. They don't show you the inside of the book, maybe 1 page. They just show this cover to the camera and they talk about a little bit of the story, 4 minutes, and they tell you to buy this comic. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah? You don't have to like always what I'm saying, and I admit that I can be a little bit harsh on some comics and maybe something overpraising, because I'm passionate. That's why I'm talking about this. But if you're saying this is a 9 out of 10, I'm looking at right now on my screen. There's people giving this comic a 9 out of fucking 10. I cannot believe that. You cannot tell me that this is a 9 out of 10. I mean, or you never read a comic in your whole fucking life, or you just trolling, or you're just shilling. I don't know. This is not a 9 out of 10 at all. No freaking way. Okay. So now it's out of my system. Now I'm a happy guy again. So yeah, all jokes aside, guys, listen, if you like this comic, you are I like the premise, by the way. I like the art. But if you are like this comic and you totally disagree with what I showed you and what I'm talking about, feel free to leave a comment. Tell me I'm wrong, but give me points why I am wrong. Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a talk. Yeah, give me examples why you're not agreeing with what I'm saying here or in every comic that I review. Yeah, let's have a dialogue. I'm not saying you are wrong. I'm not going to say that. I just want to see your point of view about this or any other view that I did. Come in my chat, talk to me, let's have a dialogue. And let's see, maybe you can convince me that I'm wrong. Just let's do it. Let's have a chat. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the long rant, but I'm done with bullshit. I'm done with bad writing. I'm done with shit like this. There's so many better comics out there. It's up to you. I just show you the evidence. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the video. Give me a like, give me a share, subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm seeing. If you don't like what I'm seeing, well, subscribe to my channel. Guys, thanks so much. Bye-bye.